Hello and welcome to the 43rd episode of our Adventures in Excordia campaign. Happy April Fools! Back off our month hiatus. How is everybody feeling?
So much better now.
Constipated.
I'm in the danger zone.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Carter blew up a lot.
I have a
lot.
feeling
A
there's
lot.
a bit happening.
He blew up.
If only there were records of that. Anyway.
He went to the moon.
And then some.
He almost. Oh my god! I almost forgot.
Oh,
He took a random car into the atmosphere.
I have that on video. My fucking wheezing laughing as I rocketed in the stratosphere. But
He's a rocket man.
last we
Okay.
left off. Yes, Fergus?
So wait, you add these up and then what?
Huh? Oh. They have different questions go to a different scale. It should say
Yeah, I gotta do that myself. I thought it was just click and point. No.
No.
no. Oh wait, no,
Like
for the
different
emotional
scale.
intelligence one, yeah, you just add them up.
Okay.
Ranging from
1 to 5.
no, the total is either 33 to 165. The perfectionism one, you have to like scale the questions on their own subscale, and it's twice as long. But anyway, welcome back, players. No, never skipped a beat. Right on track.
Woo!
Picking up with Cairn, played by Pyro.
Me. Stealing Shane's head. Good.
Sure.
What did I do?
Not
I
a
don't
clue. Norvin playing Andariel.
Cool beans.
Interesting.
Where's my music? Damn.
We'll get there.
No way.
Silver playing Tristan. No, Tristan playing Silver.
Bruh.
I think he had it right the first time.
No.
Maybe.
Liv playing Katira.
I'm just happy to be playing D&D again.
Morgana played by Shane.
Beep boop.
And Zonkiri played by Fergus.
Did I accidentally take another test that reveals I'm a psychopath? I don't want this to be a repeat of ethics.
God.
I believe if
I
an
mean,
experimence's
surprised. Are you
results are
surprised?
repeatable,
I mean, he did do a test and he was lawful evil, if I'm correct? Or was
No,
it chaotic evil?
Chaotic evil.
I should.
I thought he was true evil. Just pure evil.
I thought he dipped slightly into chaos, and Zonkiri was.
I thought that was Zankiri.
I remember he was further on the evil scale than his character.
Yeah.
I know that part, yeah.
Anyway, last we left off, you all had just finished Talakith's test, his calibration event, testing to see really how strong you were. You all had fought, most of you had fought a storm giant quintessent and a series of ghosts with loot spread around like a large YA novel murder games. Fighting in the arena, avoiding getting knocked into the pit, some of you getting knocked into the pit and meeting otherworldly beings below the mist, encroaching on Talakith's domain. Zonkiri spent the entire time set up in a view box, just spectating Flump
With a
smoothies,
Flump
Uh-huh.
smoothie, yep.
and anything his heart could desire. His cold, dead, blackened heart. The rest of you all got a considerable amount of loot off the battlefield, especially Morgana, who, loot goblin she is, Shane or the character, decided to continue to raid the chests as the level was falling into the
Hey,
death.
hold on, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Before you start corrupting my poor character for my transgressions,
Mm-hmm.
Morgana filtered my loot goblin thoughts into wanting to help the party, like the good robot she is.
Mm-hmm.
Leave her be from your manipulations.
Sure. So, you all had escaped through the portal and have just apparated back down onto the deck. You all also will notice that as you touch down, a half second after you hit the boards, and take a deep breath, a small parcel apparates in front of each of you. A little bag with tissue paper sticking out of it.
Yeah.
Are they like labeled with our names or?
They have your names on the little tag. Little black bag with little white accents. A little chibi quintessent head sticker on the front.
Is the handwriting at all similar to Zonkiri's, where we would maybe consider that it's from Talagath?
You can probably infer pretty well. It is the inverted color scheme of your Zonkiri's Speedy Courier. Whereas his is mainly black well, yours is mainly black with white accents. This one is mainly white with black accents. Unless I have that backwards, then flip it.
So who shall open first?
Is it
Do we believe
magical?
Safe?
Is it magical?
Are you have like detect magic or something up?
I have a warlock ability that lets me use it at will.
Okay, so you flash on magic. There's no magic on the bag.
Yeah, but unless it's lead, I can tell if there's something magic in it.
No, nothing really magical in there.
The lit stick of dynamite.
He
What is
ding
that
dong
It's
mysterious?
active
The long
claymore.
fuse. It's the long fuse dynamite.
What is that mysterious sticky notes?
You'll
You-
pop it open and take a look.
You take the tissue paper out and you see a bunch of like plastic wrapped trinkets and goodies. You see a little metal keychain of a ghost.
He literally gave us a fucking gift
He
bag.
did. There's,
Yeah,
there's,
What
little
an
goodie bag.
ass.
there's a note in there that says thanks for playing.
Now, what's exactly in there?
Say that
Spin it
again?
around and chuck it into the ocean.
I need to know the exact things in this bag now.
For Morgana, it's got the little keychain. It's got a little vial of ectoplasm. Baby's first
Wow.
ghost kill. It's sealed like it's a Christmas ornament. You've got just a whole bunch. You've got a postcard that's just like a screenshot, like a picture of you all fighting. The postcards are mostly personalized. Like yours, Katira, has the mystic on it. Morgana, yours is you running from the ghosts up the wall.
Just look at the mystic. I'm like, how did he see that?
Karen, yours is free falling into the mist.
Wait, running up the wall. When did I do that?
You were flying up the wall from the ghosts when they were almost at the bottom. You're like, oh, I gotta fucking go.
Oh, dipping from.
Doing the fucking Yoshi fly run. Just.
Yes.
What else would be a good thing to throw in here? I feel like there needs to be another thing, and I think I made a list originally, but I can't remember where I put it because it's been a month.
What's the keychain again?
It's a little quintessent. Or no, I think I said it was a ghost. Yeah. There's a little keychain of a ghost, like the ones you fought.
I feel like there would either be like a koozie or an I survived Talagath's trials, and
It's
all I got was this
absolutely a t-shirt.
shirt.
Thank you, Liv. You all have a t-shirt now.
Morgana's gonna put
Here.
the chain as an earring.
Katira just puts the t-shirt on over her like robes.
And Daryl's gonna steal Morgana's t-shirt and use it as a nightgown.
It is quite big.
It would swallow you, yeah. Be big.
Karen being
Zankiri, you're just there with a
similar
to-go cup.
being a similar frame, I just give my mine to Morgana. I am in no mood.
Hold on. Connor.
Mm-hmm. It's always fun when I see him typing.
Yep.
I'm never prepared for whatever the message is going to be.
No, you are not.
Oh. Okay.
Karen's actually wider than Morgana, so he'd have a bigger shirt.
You can have it.
I think that's funny. Karen standing there in his regular stuff, Morgana with the Karen shirt on that's big as shit, and Dario with the Morgana shirt on that's big as shit.
I'll say you all also have a little like iced cookie of the quintessence head. It is like fully like raspberry filled, like has a filling that just pours out of it as blood. And Karen, there's a little
Now
necklace in
this-
yours.
Entertaining.
It's a little badge. Most likely to die, but didn't. You pick it up? What do you do with it then?
Nothing. I don't touch it.
It's sad.
Is it magic though?
Do you have Colin Daryl over to look at it?
Morgana will wave and Dario down to look at it.
You eye down Daryl. Yes, it's magic.
Okay.
School is
Yes, that is indeed magic. What school
illusion.
has an illusion spell over it?
Oh,
Take it
this
to
is the-
Zankiria to see if it's safe.
You
She
see-
looks out at the ocean where she chucked her bag. I hope I didn't kill a bunch of fish.
So the bag's on the deck. Are you picking it up?
I didn't put the bag on the deck. I tossed it out in ocean.
No, I'm saying Karen's. Like it's in front of him. He said he's not picking it up, and you said take it to Zonkiri.
Sure.
You pick it up, and as soon as the
Mhm.
necklace moves, you hear these wailing cries out of it. Of young,
God.
like sounded like young orcs, just crying in agony. And then and then
I'll
like
be right back.
And then it just like a confetti cannon up out of the bag. It just drops glitter on the deck. And on you. And then it goes
None
in
of the rest of us had shit like that.
I go toss into the ship's furnace.
It melts and is destroyed. The glitter does remain.
Well, that was fun.
I'll be in the kitchen.
That was very interesting.
Enjoyed this show.
Yes, you all did well.
Oh, I forgot to
All
mention.
right.
You do have another thing, Zonkiri. I'm gonna message it to you.
Is it chlamydia?
Who's got
I'm
the clap?
curious.
Who's got the clap? Oh, I love it when he laughs like that.
You have that. You can decide whether or not you have that out or if you've done anything with it.
He'll keep that away for now. But you can go ahead and send me the contents of it.
Wonderful. So, let me pull up my ocean music. As I remember which tab has my fucking music.
Tristan, you asked Zonkiri if he enjoyed the show, right?
Yeah.
You all did all right. Made a couple of grave mistakes, but that's what I'm here for. I am curious though, Undario, why didn't you encapsulate that giant in a wall of force?
I thought it was a little too big.
Oh.
At least that's what the voices in the head my head told me.
Well, all right, everyone. Now that little fun bit's over, I do believe we have some sailing to do.
Ah, Ajax should still be here somewhere.
He is at the helm looking at you all.
Hello.
Hey. So, what you doing? Like, what
We
the hell
survived.
happened? Congrats, you look like shit.
Yes.
Well, you seem haunted more than usual.
I love that he says that, having known her for all of an hour.
Not even.
No, we had an hour to prepare before we went in.
We weren't really sitting there chatting with him.
No, but you were on the deck and he was watching you. He's just kind of been in the back line. You all saw him, like, he walked around the ship for a bit and he's just kind of been in the background while you all been doing your things. So, I believe, is there anything, as you all settle down for the night, is there anything anybody wanted to do before they go to bed and take their long rest?
Kieran's taking his special medicine and is taking a long nap.
Wonderful.
Oh,
I
nothing
don't
to think of.
Alright.
Yeah, it's been over a month, so we don't have
You don't remember.
a diet, an idea.
I think we were just sailing along the way towards Silver's hometown.
I was mainly trying to, like, fish out if anybody, no pun intended, if anybody wanted to talk with another character about what had just happened. But if not, we can move right along. And that is the right one.
Is that music?
Sure is.
Vex
Music.
working in
Yes.
this time.
It was meant to
Yeah.
be.
Just not during my game.
Nope.
Hates you specifically. Well, I mean,
Yes.
anyway. So, let me. Can somebody roll me? Because I have no idea who did it last time. And just anybody, roll me a d20.
Gotcha, bitch.
Nope, I came in first.
Oh, 16, my bad.
Why is it showing mine on top?
Post advantage.
Damn.
I also got it on, got lips on top.
Yeah, because mine
with
is on top.
a 16.
Yes, my computer
Fortuitous
lies.
wins. Speed up your journey. And shave a week off your time.
Yay!
You got 1 week out from port.
Well, this has been a lovely little adventure, and I do think these lessons are coming along quite well. 80?
Are you calling that his name? Are you calling him 80? Or
Yes.
not quite, but you'll get it. Just here, take the helm for a bit. And he'll set you there. So, ZZ Top. Any other questions?
Yeah. How's this thing handled differently in the air?
I've been told it's not able to get in the air for very long. The big thing is that you have to be able to... We're kind of just moving side to side. When you go airborne, it shows you like there's a panel, like a deployed console. You also have to navigate like not only up, down, left, and right then, but you also have to be mindful of like the rotation, because if you're not careful, you'll slowly drift until things start falling off. Do you... I've taken a look at your systems. I don't think it'd be smart to try and even do a temporary flight, even on the ocean.
Nah, we're going to get those fixed right now.
Well, I mean, it's... As soon as you get them fixed, if I'm still here... Well, I'm not going to be here. I'm leaving as soon as we touch down. But, you got it, I'm sure.
A bit like flying a red dragon.
He blinks. Sort of. Ever been a red dragon?
Not a red one, but yes.
Think of it like that. Although you don't have sails, so it'll be a little bit different. I'm confident you'll be able to figure it out from what I've shown you. Now, I'm gonna show you a few maneuvers. And proceeds to walk you through like a few, like, signature moves of his.
Oh, so that's what a barrel roll is.
Gets really sketchy if things aren't strapped down on your top deck, though. You gotta be real careful. Also, I highly suggest boots of spider climbing if people are gonna be on deck. Otherwise, it gets messy.
Noted.
Anyway, I think it's about time for another travel roll, he says to the meta.
Well, before we do that, we're going to go unleash an incarnation of death.
Huh?
Hey, Morgana.
Oh!
Morgana from 100.
Damn, Connor.
Let's see how my rolls.
Morgana will stop leaning over the railing trying to mess with the water.
Oof.
So, you mentioned it the other day that if you ever had the chance, you'd want to talk to Malphite, right?
If given the opportunity.
Well, better now than never. And Zunkuri just reaches over and pops the cork on the bottle.
Like, on the main deck?
Yep.
These black tendrils shoot out and form into this, like, cyclone of black mist, and it grows and swells until two glowing purple eyes appear in the mist. And standing there is a Malphite.
All right,
Because
fast.
you're flipping down from her position on the navigator's deck to be on the main deck.
You close the distance in a single turn. Just... He's just
All
standing
right.
there.
All right, boy, listen up here. First rule of my ship. No hurting any other crew or any people currently on this ship.
He turns off
Understand?
the annihilating aura.
Good boy. All right, now you two have a nice chat. I'm going to go pick fungus out of my toe.
He sits
Is
down,
this
the whole boat
safe?
rocks.
Eh,
I will say, when he hits the ground, on the deck, it does slightly tip the ship. He's heavy.
it'll be fine.
What the hell is that?
Oh, Malphite's out.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Morgana's just gonna go across from him, like a few feet, and just sit down. Their size being much different. She's looking up at him.
And he just sits there, looking at you. Blinks. Give me an insight check, Morgana.
Don't worry, this is my main stat.
Oh.
You can see the clear, like, accents of his mind control on him. And you can't read his body language too well because of it. But he just stands staring at you. Almost like he's waiting.
Hello, Malphite.
Hello. What is your name?
Morgana.
Hello, Morgana.
I gotta turn Connor up. Never mind, he's at 200.
Tee-hee.
I have to
Hello,
turn
Morgana.
Discord up.
Tee-hee.
Why are you teeing? That's disgusting.
Tee-hee. This is canon. No, it's not.
Well, whatever it is, canon or not, stop doing it. It's gross.
Hello, Morgana. What do you want?
We just wanted to talk to you.
You're talking now.
Correct?
Is this what you wished for?
Yes.
Good. You
May
said
we ask you a question?
you may.
Why did you go back to the facility again and again?
Before I saw you, or when I encountered you?
Both.
He pauses. The first time I met you, it was to avenge my fallen sister, and to bring vengeance on those who had wronged her and had been using her for their experiments. I sought to bring the wrath of the forest down on them, and I did. I had thought I had eradicated you and preserved her memory. I had failed. Then, when I felt someone had returned to the site, I desecrated so that nothing new would grow. I found new life had sprung out of the facility and realized my sister's influence must have persisted. Then, as I continued, I could sense you and the others around you. As you see his eyes dart over towards Zonkiri. And Karen, and Katira. Come to think of it, everybody but Silver, he kind of just eyes up a little bit.
I'm not there.
He looks,
I
he looks
circled back
through
and
the
walked
floor down towards where you are.
back.
He got them X-ray goggles on.
So you're just giving him rights now, too.
He
So that's where they're going.
I had intended to end this abomination of my sister's legacy. As he looks right at you, Morgana. I still wish to end this abomination on my sister's legacy. You can tell very clearly now that he is magically restrained from acting on whatever he's thinking.
I'd say if looks could kill, but his actually can.
Annihilating Aura goes burr.
Innervating focus goes burr.
Oh right. Oh damn.
Malphite, when I was created by Aegis, I didn't really know why. I just existed. I traveled out of the facility in all of its ruins and found something. I didn't have a purpose. I wanted one. I had mostly been fixated on my machine half. I wanted a directive that I would have been built with had I not been something else. But as I was traveling around with the rest of them, I learned about being here, being alive, conscious. It was everything. Scary, exhilarating, wonderful, and awful. But I didn't really know why I could feel these things until I learned from deep inside. I met your mother, and she spoke to me. I had thought I was something else, trapped inside of a machine. Malira. She had called me. The name wasn't something that I knew. It made me wonder what Morgana was. But eventually I learned that Malira and Morgana were the same thing. I know it probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you. Granted that Malira in all of her entirety is not here anymore. But I at least have some parts of her. Her memories. And the feelings. And they weren't always there. When I was speaking to Mother for the last time, she handed them to me. All of Malira's thoughts and emotions. And it was... She wanted me to have them because the memories wanted me to have them. Whatever was left of Malira did. And part of Malira that I inherited was caring about you.
Look up. After kind of just musing for a minute, not really focusing too hard on his features, you lock eyes with Milfight to see there's a tear rolling down his right cheek. Just a single one listening to your story. And there's a, though you can't really read it, there's a shift in the body language.
She'll look back towards the ground after that.
You remind me of her very much. A painful amount, so I ask. What is left of her? Is she in pain?
Morgana will open up her chest plate and show the core.
His kind of glows a little brighter just in proximity. And you feel this kind of surge, like when you, Shane, would like run your hand over carpet and get static, you just feel the jolt run up the back of Morgana's spine.
She'll just gently touch the core. No, she's not. We're not. I know it won't mean a whole lot to you. But during an event unrelated to everything that we have gone through, the one who created me was brought back for a short moment. And when he noticed who I was, he was ecstatic. He was happy that I was alive because he wanted to bring me back to Mother. He had tried to save Malira. Just like I want to try to save you, I guess. Except you're not really in any... Looks over at Nigiri. Well, you kind of are.
Puts his hand up to the stone in his chest. May I ask, are her spirits, the totems, the animals she nurtured, are they still within you? Within her stone?
Oh.
I had taken some from you in our fight. Did they return to you when I was felled?
Morgana will nod.
May I ask a favor?
Yes.
Those creatures were dear friends of Malira's, who lived on, and in part may still exist, as she does. But please, let them go. I can't bear the thought that they are stuck in limbo, waiting for her to bring them into our world again. And he holds out his hand, and it starts to glow a little bit as his stone flares up. Just offering his hand out to you, not trying to impress it on you, but you would gather fairly easily as you recall that his is a stone of death and yours is a birth. What taking his hand would do to these totems.
I didn't know that they were trapped.
He places his middle finger on his other hand on his stone. A flash, a bead of light attaches to his head. He pulls it away and he sets it on the ground. And as it hits, the bead of light bursts and forms into a small, 4-inch tall, humanoid shape with flowing hair that just looks up to you. This is one of many souls that I've collected. So he grabs another bead and sets it down. Now you see a male in a lab coat. The features, you can really only make out the eyes and the bump of the nose. It's vague and lacking detail. He continues to grab these motes out of his stone and set them down. I care for them. Each day, I carry the memory of who they were in me, and as a reminder of what my purpose is. So too did Malira formulate new souls to enter into the forest, as I would take old ones and bring them to her to recycle. You hold within you the souls that never were born, never had the chance, and now wait to exist permanently. stuck. He waves his hand over his little, like, he stops at around 20 or so people just sat on this deck in front of you, looking at you like you are a continental-sized giant. As he waves his hand over, they all just turn into mist and stream back into the stone in his chest. I will care for them deeply, but they do not know Morgana. They know Marira. They are not capable of changing. Because to live is to know change, and they have not been allowed to live. And he sets his hand down on the deck of the ship in front of you, waiting for your response.
Morgana will just look at the deck and his hand. They have no other chance then?
Unless you were to learn the art of incarnating them. That would take practice and time, and they would not always come out your friend or ally. More often they would not know you by the time they mature. This was the hardest part of her job, was letting them go.
I don't know.
He'll coil up his hand and put it back to his side then. Stew on it. And perhaps you could learn, with training, to incarnate your own totems, your own spirits. I know very little of the process, but Mother should know more.
If I get the opportunity, I will ask.
He'll touch the stone on his chest again and meditate for a moment, and open his eyes. I sense the control over me is nearing its end, and I imagine the blasphemer will be returning to collect me soon. He stands to his feet. You see his large cloven hooves. Gives one big stretch, staring into the sun. I am no stranger to the oblivion void within that vessel. I am ready.
Morgana will stand back up. Can I ask one more thing?
Yes. He turns towards you.
Can I hold your hand?
He pauses for a moment. And he'll reach out and take your hand. And then he'll slowly lean down so his stag beetle horn just rests against your head gently.
She'll close her eyes and push against it with her head.
You are not Mulian, but you make a fine sister, Morgana.
She'll smile.
About now, Zunkiri would be returning to at the end of the 10-minute control period.
Hour.
Hour, never mind, my bad. Never mind then.
I say spend about 10 minutes to shove him back in.
Yeah.
He thick.
Yeah. Gotta leave enough time to
Get
make
through
sure
the
he,
legendary resistances and all.
yeah. Just have like a constant vacuum cleaner on him for like 25 minutes.
The
Oh,
So that's
Luigi's
boom.
Mansion type beat.
Damn it!
You're in the middle of saying it too.
Damn you! Whore!
I will say, given the space you all are traveling through and over this hour, I'm gonna say, at a certain point, both of your stones flash very bright, and this heather reaches out and connects them for a moment.
Oh, we passed over a ley line.
You did.
Oh.
There's a nexus right in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, they're touching tips.
Stop talking forever.
Is this what they call docking?
So yeah, after that
I will say,
hour,
during this
Ish.
hour, though, Morgana, especially given that you were passing over this ley line, he would ask is if he could swim in the ocean for a bit.
That's up to Zunkiri.
He doesn't know. Well, I guess magically he would know who his master is to obey, but he's kind of been listening to you as an extension of Zunkiri, so...
Morgana will turn to Zunkiri.
why do you want to go swimming?
It has been a very long time since I've touched the ocean. You know,
That it? That it?
stretching old muscles as well.
Oh.
As you see his, like, plates shift around a little bit. Almost like... at first it almost looks like a... What are they called? A stegodon? The big mace-tail dinosaurs.
Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus?
Almost like an ankylosaur tail grows out from behind him and then flattens to a bit of a whale tail with a spike in the middle.
Tell me the truth. Why do you want to go?
I wish to enjoy something before returning to oblivion.
You have any plans on escaping?
I would not be able to escape if you tell me not to.
True. Alright, then I don't see any reason why not to. Just one moment. And Zunkiri will stick him back in the flask.
Refresh.
Rattle, 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 rattle. Pop flask again.
Same black tendril smoke. He touches down and, like, by the time he's back out, his legs have disappeared and he's gone, like, full, like, mermaid biology.
Make no attempts to escape my hold and return to me in 45 minutes.
Yes. I will. And as he touches his hands to the side, he has this, like, webbed membrane that attaches under his arms. And he dives into the ocean. And you all feel your boat rock as the weight comes off of it.
That's gonna kill a lot of fish.
Yeah, you do see for a second a couple fish popping up under the water just behind your old ship. You actually see, like, a shark's head float to the top for a second.
Just the head.
Some of the bone attached, but the body's gone.
That's a munch.
And you just see
Well,
this.
boys gotta eat.
You see this like huge or gargantuan-sized shadow in the water under your boat, just swimming beneath you. And then 45 minutes later, Free Willy style, breaks the water, comes over onto the deck, and instead of crashing through your deck and causing a hole in it, shifts into just a regular stag beetle on the deck.
And back to the flask you go.
You see this beetle holding onto the desk as it gets vacuum sucked in. And then the energy fills the flask again as it's ready to use immediately, because there's no cooldown on this item.
No, there isn't. I can technically have him out for every fight.
Wow.
But why do that? It wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
Time to start dragging multiple Krakens on this guy. Just...
What was it I called it the other day? Was it a nuclear machine gun?
Yes.
Not even counting your nuclear bomb shard at your base.
I try not to make super weapons, Connor, but
You try.
You handed it.
I didn't do shit.
You handed him the literal nuclear bomb
Okay,
and
maybe I
the
handed
nuclear
maybe I
machine.
handed the crystal one, but
yeah, anytime you want to talk to him, let me know.
Thank you, Zonkiri.
Of course. I want you to be able to resolve any issues between you and him.
forgot how unsettling he is.
I love it.
I never said I didn't love it. I just said I momentarily forgot.
Doubt.
He was being honest. He has to be.
So, you all pass under the ley line nexus, and you end up with 1 week left. With somebody else, like Morgana, do you roll the last one?
Nope.
Give me a d20 roll.
You know what number it's going to give me.
It's gonna be funny if you roll with that one, because I designed these tables usually to have a funny outcome on that one.
Oh.
Hey.
It also to drop a week of travel, so you get there in half a week.
Nice.
As you all come up to port. The nearest way that Silver directs you, there's no direct port city. You could go to a port and then walk a whole ways down and go back, but you can kind of just beach your ship near where the town is and where his aunt works, and they can come and get it here in a minute. If you could fly, he could point out to you where it could go, but as you all have been told, your flight systems are spotty at best at the moment, and best not to play with. But technically still on. As you all beach it with no damage to the ship, you're all able to step off on these like silvery white sand beaches with like thick, deep, dark green grass growing out of these woods. Large, healthy trees. Like a pine forest smell fills the air.
Place is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, good to be home.
Silver, you know pretty well. There's a path around here somewhere. A little footpath up from this beach in towards town. You just have to remember where it's at. You made sure not to park towards the part of the beach where everybody swims. You're in the slightly rockier part. But you've also got a solid iron hull. You're good.
Yeah.
So you all step off on the beach. And after a second, you get led up this tiny footpath into this fairly dark, dense forest. It's still light out, but it's just... As you're walking in... Yes, Shane, thank you for noticing there's a fucking world tree on the other end of the world. And it's pretty much to scale.
Good God.
It's massive. I mean, it's actually a little bit smaller, but it is a fucking huge-ass tree.
I love that it's neighbors with space cancerville.
Yep.
Yeah?
Where there is life.
I take it as we
There is death.
I take it as we land and disembark, we say goodbye to Admiral Dungbeetle.
As you touch down, Ajax like puts your ship in the equivalent of park, drops the anchor. Not on shore, but he will hop off and go, well, it's been lovely hanging out with you all, but snaps his fingers and like a Hawaiian tee, a large straw hat, and cargo shorts just appear on him. I've got a vacation to get to, so cast a spell. This glowing radiant wall of light opens up, and you see a manor on the other side of it. I've got family to visit. Toodaloo. And he steps through the gate.
Thank you for your help.
No problem. Didn't really.
I wonder how his fleet is doing with Madam Pirate.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. Anyway, hang on. Did you say there was a pirate on board? Oh, that's gonna be funny. Well, best of luck. I'm gonna go visit the Dune Stags. Mi familia.
There are more of
Oh. More than the gods would like. But best of luck with any waves towards your ship and you all that.
Morgana will just wave.
And then the
Yeah.
gate spell closes.
I like it. It's going to make a good admiral.
So, and yes, he did really just cast the fucking gate spell
Oh yeah.
to go on the same continent. Because there's really there's no teleport for clerics other than heavy
Gate.
hitting shit. And Word of Recall, but that is not set to here. And you all can say goodbye to Admiral Ajax Prometheus Toonstag.
My son. Our son.
And then he gets jumped by 7 vampires once he's through the gate.
He's a 20th level knowledge cleric. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sunburst.
Sunburst and then just keep walking.
He said, "The fuck you say to me, bitch?"
You want to try that again? From the top. Run it back. But you all make your way up the... Oh, I can move you to the Ji'Keth map.
Ooh.
We're outside of Leverbury,
Yeah.
Dewsbury, Halsworthy,
I'll give you a second to
Hello.
take in the names.
Snosberry.
Nosbury.
I knew that one was going to
What
be
is... What in the world is a Snosberry?
a very fun town to visit.
I love how you
Sorry,
got
I
stuff
was-
like Eno
I was
Lunea.
quoting Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yeah. The snosberries taste like snosberries.
Yes, Shane, you are keen to notice.
such thing
Good lord. That was loud.
Yeah.
That was loud. Holy fuck, he's going down a couple. Oh my god.
You ever put him above
Always.
50?
never
Always
put-
watching.
I never put my headset above 50.
Anyways.
I always have it on 100.
Anyways. You are apt to notice, Morgana, that there, you all would have been able to get a hold of a map of Ji'Keth before you left with no issue. I think you might have even bought one. But if not, you can have a freebie one because they're cheap.
Yay.
You would be right to notice that there is one notable city called Eno Lunea. Would you like to make me a history check, Morgana?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
You're the player who pointed it out.
Don't worry. Intelligence is my main stat.
But just keep having roll wisdom and intelligence. Hey, you have met.
So does the over here acting like Ron. Don't worry, I have an intelligence of 6. I know exactly what I'm doing.
You've actually seen... You're recognizing something. There's a few other Ina city names you've seen. Over in Leateth, there's Ina Alari, and you swear over in Bellybush there was another Ina city. And, come to think of it, you look at Bellybush. Where is it?
Not on the map.
Not on the map.
Not on the world map. You've seen a few Ina something places. I think there was one down in Atadia and Bellybush and Leateth, and are these just fucking colony cities?
Oh.
And yes, they're elven colonies.
Colonizers!
Well, that's inappropriate.
Ah.
Congratulations. I hope it was worth it.
Ew, that was beautiful.
I mean, the other option was to call them immigrants.
Either one would have been valid.
May I offer you some Canadian healthcare for that?
But you are walking through the pine woods until you come to a clearing, a large meadow area where you see a series of buildings, and then over a little bit further you see this large warehouse-looking building. Again, Silver, you recognize immediately that you're home. It only took It was...
How long have I been gone?
At this
A
point,
while.
like 4 or 5 months at least. And it took not too long to get up from shore.
Wait, I've been on that mission for 4 or 5 months.
You've been away
That
from here
was-
for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
More than that, probably, actually.
Definitely been longer than that.
Maybe close to
Yeah.
a year.
Probably at least a year.
Yeah. You spent a month just going, like, on the way
It's been a
here.
month and a half. It's been a month and a half getting here.
Live? What?
Uh,
Am I the only person who knows who Ina Garten is?
Yes.
Yes.
I just saw, like,
Yeah.
random cooking woman appear in chat, and I was like, okay. What?
Yeah.
Reaction
I made
image?
a joke above saying that, like, the last one is called Ina Garten because it's spelled the same way, even though it's pronounced Ina.
The deep lore.
The deep lore.
Let's just all pretend like she didn't say anything and move on.
What with that inadvertent segue?
Another violent.
Enough.
So, Silver, where are we?
Pretty much my hometown. Right over there, as I point around to where my building is, where probably the most industrial building around here, maybe.
Oh,
That would be probably that would be my aunt's workshop.
yeah.
Just note this is my hometown. Please try not to steal any corpses or make people into zombies.
Speaking of
I would
corpses.
be liking that. But please.
Speaking of corpses, where are these zombie skeletons?
If it was me, I would have stuffed them inside a closet and just left them there with a sign, "Do not enter."
Oh, right. Your family doesn't exactly like, well, me, really. Do they?
I mean, you would be fine. I just don't want my next door neighbor to be part of the skeleton crew we have.
Oh, but people
Pun
are dying
intended.
to get it. People are dying to get it in my crew.
Ooh.
Fine, I'll lock him in the basement.
Thank you, Norvin.
You know, if anyone ever finds all these skeletons in our closet, they're going to have some questions.
The puns! Damn! How many have you been sitting on?
A few. Had a month, okay?
I'm back.
Welcome back. You missed a few skeleton puns. Your loss.
I assume.
They were rib cracking.
Yep.
Oh,
Christ, dude.
Spine tingling.
Don't
I can never
help
let him
him.
have. I can never let him have a month again. Never stop. I cannot deal with this much backlog.
What? Are these not tickling your funny bone?
oh dear God.
Do you not find them humorous?
That one was pathetic. I'm sorry, Pyro.
Rocks fall. Everyone dies.
Hey, 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 hey.
Kind of bury him.
Come on,
Hey.
man. Even I was avoiding the humorous.
Yeah,
Don't
fuck
worry,
Pyro.
I'm here to pick up. Yeah.
Man, don't describe your dreams to us, Connor.
Excuse me?
You said fuck Pyro.
Oh. Anyway,
Anyway,
Oh, nothing.
Oh, glad to bring the room down and get back to the game.
who said we were getting back to the game? Kidding. There is a very easy path that Silver can lead you on to avoid the town and go straight to his aunt's. Or you could step into town if you like.
what was that?
Which way you taking us, Silver?
I was
Are
saying
you
that
taking
Tristan...
us into town or to your aunt's place?
Good question. Do you guys want to get to my house? So, book up a room,
I mean, we
then
should
go
prob-
for it.
We should probably go ahead. Did you tell them we were coming?
About, I'd say, I mean, after, what was that place? The red place with the crystals?
Itadia.
Itadia?
Gitville.
I did talk about that. I was coming after Itadia. So that's
So-
been.
That was 4 months ago.
That's. It has
Wait,
been quite
was
a
it
while
been
since
4
then,
months ago?
Silver.
Well, then
Yeah.
they would have to expect we would be on
Yeah.
our way.
It took us about 2 months to get from Atadia to.
I mean, I
Yeah.
did say that we were going over to another place, then heading straight to home. So
Yeah, why don't you call them up and let them know to roll out the red carpet for us?
Only you had a way to do that.
Yeah.
You have a sending stone.
I know.
Trying to
Hey,
avoid telling them
I-
about us.
I'll keep it a surprise.
Oh, I love showing up unannounced.
So, you look over this really quaint hamlet. There's maybe a dozen buildings in the town. You see what, from like over the ridge where you all are standing, you can pretty clearly see like a slightly larger building with like a chimney that has a smokestack coming out of it. You pretty much identify that as an inn. You see like a stable. There seems to be like a general goods store next to the inn and a few houses. And then some, like, just meadow farmland. But the aunt's workshop is way far. Not like a day's travel out of town, but like very inconvenient for anybody to pop up. As well as
Yeah.
on the other side of her little warehouse, there's a lot of very flat open area. With small little metal, like, poles marking a kind of square plot next to it. That if you look, and Morgana can definitely see because zoomy eyes, there is... Actually, Tristan, roll me a d4 minus 1. I think it'll be fun.
What was that?
Roll me a d4 minus 1.
Let's see. Roll 1d4 minus 1.
There's a single
1.
ship currently in that courtyard being worked on. And Morgana, if you zoom in to see minute details for your mile,
Yeah.
you see that there are automatons working on it currently, with like welding torches and stuff, and they're taking off some hull plating on it. It seems to be kind of a clunky ship with a large cargo bay, but you can see towards the back the engines are quite literally blown to shit. But
Wow,
give me a perception check,
someone-
Morgana.
You got it.
Like I said, you're only getting... There you go! You analyze a couple different models of automaton. You see they're all kind of have a similar motif that they're built on. There are these big ones with these large, like, spinning blade hands. Like a... Kind of similar to your chainsaws, except it's a single blade. It seems to spin very fast. Like a welding torch implement that they can swap out. And large, 3-fingered mitts to like carry heavy things. You see there's these smaller, more lithe ones that have these large packs on their back with different die packs, and they seem to be doing like detailing work. And then you see, with a 20, these hundreds of tiny little spidery, crab-like things spilling out of the innards with little, like, almost like taser teeth that clack together and, like, go and do very tight quarters work. They just spill out. And you would see most of a person standing on a platform doing some technical work at some sort of terminal, though their body's partially obscured by the shit. Yeah, you know, she's there, dismembered in the yard. No, she's just mostly blocked. Or partially blocked.
There's an arsenal of automata working on that ship.
Ah,
Yep, that would be my aunt's crew.
I take it the only
What,
actual
you-
person there is your aunt, then.
Pretty much. She is a little recluse.
will she be okay with all of us showing up?
I have to ask my mom. Depends on how many days she's been working and hasn't come back to the place to have a meal.
Perhaps it is best if the rest of us wait back here.
I mean, you could wait at my house. It is the end of the place, of the city.
Does it have
Oh.
bathtubs?
Do they have what?
Bathtubs.
It should.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel dirty. I want to take a bath.
Fair
I would
enough.
not say no to a bath.
Oh, Silver, I can't wait to meet your progenitors.
Feel
Let's go.
super creepy.
One of them will probably be nice to seeing you, I would think.
You go there.
You all step into town. Excuse me. Hang on. Falling down a cheese.
God damn it, Connor.
I'm sorry that I have nutritional needs to live. I'll try and work on that.
I can put you through my training regimen.
I'm good.
Don't need to add a skeleton to that closet, buddy.
But you all step into town.
He already has several inside the ship.
Who here speaks
Sorry.
Elvish?
Hmm. One person.
And Ariel can
Yes.
read it all. Katira, yeah.
I think we've
Why do
already.
I hesitate? I'm a
We've
shader
Are you
type.
telling me that
Only
Silver grew up here and can't read Elvish?
Oh, I can. I'm half elf. I know how to speak Elvish.
I was just going to
I was-
point
I
out some
literally
signs,
forgot that Shadar Kai are elves for a second.
honey.
true.
Bless your heart.
Also, this.
Is it only the elves that know Elvish?
Yes.
I mean,
Without backgrounds or feat proficiencies, yeah.
Karen, you don't know Elvish, do you?
I mean, to be fair, the only person who knows Gith here is the Gith.
Yeah.
True.
Elves are a
Why,
bit
yes,
more common
Connor.
than Gith,
I
though.
know. I John Orc know Elvish.
I think most racial languages are only acquired by the race or other facets of the race without subclass, background, or feat.
I just thought y'all were cool and took the superior race's language. Anyway. Those of you who speak Elvish, you'll notice that everything in this town is written in Elvish.
There's probably at least one store that isn't. That would probably be the bakery.
There is one that has an Elvish title. Like, the bakery has an Elvish hanging sign out front, and then on a chain below it is it translated into common. Actually,
Glad you asked us for Elvish for no reason whatsoever.
I'm getting to it, damn it. Actually, underneath that that one bakery sign would be halfling.
Oh.
But of course I know how.
Halfling language is just common in a smaller font.
You only get the bottom half of the word.
It's just everything in a subscript.
Wow.
I wish you luck, Norvin. It's gonna be a hard battle.
I let my hatred for elves seep into every character on purpose. Even the elves.
Especially the elves.
So as I was saying, you all notice like on the little main street here, you'll see the names of different buildings. You've got Leona's Bakery there in Elvish and Halfling, and Ariel, of course, you can read all of it because magic. And when you get taken over to the inn, you see the sign reads Erin Galad, or Galad, which translates to Morning Light. And you look, and it's got like very like Lord of the Rings or Hobbit-esque. It's got like that kind of that cozy architecture to it, with a big like circular window with the metal crossbar in it. You can see that there is a couple tables in there where there's some folks having dinner. Let me just roll and see if your mother spots you, Silver, as you're walking by. Nope. She currently has her back to you. You see there, though, those of you who look in will see that there is a single worker here. You see a tall, lithe wood elf woman with this long... The hair is pulled back into a bit of a ponytail, but then the hair is long and wavy that stretches down to about her mid-back, keeping it out of her face, but still very beautiful and elegant. And it has like a up at the where she has it tied off, there's a small little jeweled pin that she has it in, and these beautiful silver and green jewelry pieces that cover her. Not like high nobility, but like she's got a nice little pin and like a bracelet. And she's currently like there with a metal platter, serving out meals as you all are standing at the threshold. Silver, how do you continue?
Um, sweating bullets. I didn't think I would be getting this close. I guess. Shall we go in?
Why are you so nervous? You've stopped us every, 60 feet to ask if we should keep going.
It's just. Haven't seen her for almost a year.
Do you not wish to see her?
Talk about his mother.
Yeah. It's not that I don't, but
Is that her?
yeah.
Zunkiri walks over.
You,
Are we inside or outside the building?
you were outside at the moment. You were.
Yeah. Zunkiri kicks the door open. Hello, I've got your son.
Why would you
Everyone
say
turns.
I just do a facepalm.
Oh man.
And as you're standing there, the hearth light hits you. You see that there, over at the table she's serving is 3 or 4 armored individuals wearing the same banner. Silver, you recognize them as the Order of Eldritch Veers members. You just turn and look towards you. She turns, and for a second they start to reach towards their weapons on their hip until your mother sees you, Silver, standing in the background. Drops the platter in the middle of the room and goes, deep gasp in as she crosses the room very quickly. You have a single dexterity save if you wish to dodge the mom hug that's incoming.
I shall brace myself. No dodging that.
Latched around your neck and then doing a little bit of a swing. Just you hear this shriek of joy that I'm not going to do. Oh my goodness! I was not expecting to. Yeah, followed by a second shriek. You can use your imaginations. I'm not splitting anybody's eardrums.
Coward.
Okay, mom. Okay, mom. Calm down.
You. It's been far too long. Come in. Are these your friends? Oh my goodness. It's a pleasure. And she
Hello.
just starts going around. She doesn't go to. She goes straight to a full hug.
Oh.
And I mean, it's just very comforting for some of you. Just deep mom. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Hi there. Just all around the circle until she goes back to Silver, where she gives him a second hug. Are you wearing your guardian plate at the moment?
Who?
You. The guardian armor?
Yeah. I know. I don't take it out.
You see she's doing a lot of lift and a hug, but you go nowhere.
I guess I'll give her a lift then.
Whoop, and she goes up immediately. She's very, very light. And excuse me. And magical intelligence armor helps make up any strength difference.
I do have gauntlets of ogre strength, so yeah.
Oh,
Strong.
that'll do it too. And then, as she gets set down, just come in. I think I still have some things on if you all are hungry. Have you eaten recently? I can get you all a plate. She's actively motioning you all in. I say motion, more behind you and is pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm not really supposed to eat while I'm here.
Nonsense. You're just skin and bone. Here. And
You look happy.
We have no idea.
She'll grab you by the shoulder and take you over to a table.
You
Zunkiri.
look half dead. But actually, it's full dead.
Here looks at the fourth wall.
She will sit you down and then set a plate down in front of you. Just here, have some bread. I'll fix you a plate here in a second. Come in, sit.
Oh, you're asking.
She's actively pretty much grabbing you all by the shoulders and almost throwing you into seats.
Let me grab that picture that you asked
In
for.
order to make her feel useful and like let her feel like she has control of the situation, Katira waits and lets her feel like she's like actively steering Katira. Katira's like, I will be moved.
And you all are all sat down.
And Ariel couldn't resist if she wanted to.
Give me a strength save. I want to see how. I want to laugh at it.
Oh.
There you go, buddy.
+1.
She still wins.
Miracle.
I've got a lot of buff items now to help with that.
You did it, Norman!
Well, as Andariel doesn't get carried away, Morgana will pick Andariel up and walk her to the side.
Yeah.
You sat down, and these are silver platters.
Air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just letting you know.
No touchy.
She will come back.
Just walks in. He just walks in.
She will start like bringing over food and like filling up your plates. Eat. Your journey must have been so hard. How did you get here, by the way? I know you sailed over with your father all that time ago. He hasn't been, you know how he is. He hasn't been too forthcoming with details. Did you have your own vessel now?
Yeah. We got one during port when we got Andariel's mother with us.
Speaking of which, is Andariel's mother still on the ship?
I don't know about leaving my mom on a beached ship when we could have just moored it and, used fucking magic to go back and forth.
So where is she?
She would have been with us.
Okay, and she sat there at the table as well.
Good, she needs a good meal.
Fuck you.
There's a difference between Cairn and his doctor meals and a good mom meal.
I'm dead.
He's an orc grandpa. He's not giving the doctor meals. He's giving.
Grandpa food hits different, and grandpa food do be hitting hard. But mom food hits hardest.
I'm just sitting here minding my own business, then just out of the fucking sideline.
I just wanted to be canon that Katira goes, your mother could use a good meal for once. And Karen's just like, whoa!
Completely unaware and just
with the B movie look.
Yes, and Katira just keeps eating.
For divine intervention, your ass at the fucking
Much
place.
heartier than our usual fare.
So, who are you?
Oh, my goodness, I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Fiona. I'm Silver's mother.
Chestnut.
No?
Interesting.
Are we all introducing ourselves after this?
I've heard
Did you pronounce her name wrong?
That's what I think I'm getting a message about.
No, he pronounced it right.
Fiona?
Excuse me, I misspoke. I'm Fiona. I'm Caleb's mother. Caleb's
Caleb.
Caleb's mother.
Yeah.
And who exactly is Caleb?
I was wondering when she said Silver, I was like, isn't that his code name thing that he made for himself?
She turns and looks at Silver.
Oh!
I'm going to dye you purple. I don't.
What the?
What?
I'm going to hit you with it with a frying pan from here. Not you, Connor.
Uba.
Shane couldn't hold it in. Shane couldn't hold it in for any longer.
I'm
First off,
going.
I joke and say the booba only to see that.
Yeah.
Get gouged.
Guys, hugs Melfite.
Definitely not metagame at all. Morgana's just gonna pout the whole time we're here now.
Your mother looks younger than Morgana.
You now need to address. She's an elf. We now need to address the
She's-
collab elephant
She's
in the room.
So
I
who
mean,
exactly
you guys
is Caleb?
already, you guys already know this.
We already knew that Silver wasn't his real name.
Yes, but we didn't know that collab was.
No, you guys read the mail.
We read this
With my-
mail.
Morgana's
real
got a
name.
terrible. Okay then.
Yeah.
Into that joke. Oh,
What?
pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
She also probably would have gestured. Most people gesture when they talk like that too.
Okay.
When you say, "Who is Caleb?" she does turn and look at him. And it's a pleasure to meet you
What?
too, dear.
I'm Morgana.
You're
You want to say that
who?
one again? You want to try that one
No,
again?
I'm Andariel. I
Dear,
do that a lot.
Are you feeling well,
You
dear? She puts her hand on your hair.
I'm fine.
Back of her hand against your forehead.
Warm to the touch.
Yeah. Oh dear, you're burning up.
No, that's normal. That is very normal.
Fair.
Hmm.
I'm a tiefling.
She grabs
We're
a ladle
warm.
and gives you another scoop of soup. Eat up. You could use your strength. Your bowl's almost overflowing.
Okay. Slides the bowl over to her mom and takes her mom's bowl.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Mom needs it more than I do.
You slide it over, and then as you're turning your head back, you just see the end of the label pouring another scoop into your new bowl.
Well, all right. Eat.
It's
She
pretty
will eat.
good. It's
She
actually
likes food.
That actually is a very good little beef stew. Potatoes, carrots. And it's been cooking all day, and now it's ready to serve.
This is an exact name for this kind of stew, too. I just can't remember it right now.
Delicious.
Of stew that's been cooking all day on a hearth. And it's just, like, continuously added to instead of replaced.
Hearth
Goulash.
Like infinite stew or something.
No, goulash is actually cold tomato soup.
Perpetual
Tomato
stew.
paste.
That's it. Perpetual stew, forever soup, hunter's pot, or hunter's stew. But perpetual stew, I think, is what you're thinking of, where it just always cooks.
Yeah.
Karen, do you
Yeah.
partake in the food? I need
No,
to
it's
know for the
starved.
silver. I need to know for the silver part.
And Daryl will produce a wooden spoon for you.
Aww.
He'll take the wooden spoon. Thank
It's really good.
you. Alright. He'll just
Not nearly as hearty as the stuff you feed us.
Ken's got bags under his eyes. Thank you.
Because I imagine being an orc, everything you cook has some type of meat in it.
I try to add some variety, taking into account all of your unique diets.
Okay. I don't have one, but okay.
Well, you all need more vegetables than I do, so I try to add some every once in a while.
I like vegetables.
Oh,
Oh, that is so
Which
deeply
definition?
Ken,
I don't think
Karen
we
just
want to
looks-
unravel this thread, y'all.
He just looks at him. Right. Fresh out of those, I'm afraid.
This is a very vegetable-heavy stew, given wood elf
elf.
cuisine.
Open up that hero's feast.
Damn, that would have been a good idea for me to do. Shit!
Yep.
I've got it right behind me. Anyway,
Food.
because it even has like spoof in-game menus you can have.
Mm-hmm.
If only I had a brain. But
Just in case you don't know everything.
yeah, or anything. You will see coming out of a back room a human man with dark black hair in in garb similar to those those Order of Elder Travere's members. Steps out with a thing of paperwork. He seems to have a higher decorated uniform than them. And those of you who are fairly insightful would notice a striking resemblance between him and a certain party member. Let me just post the art. Oh, that's memes. Let me put in Excordia.
Please let it be Kirito.
No,
Sadly, no.
I'm not strong enough.
Sadly, no.
As you see stepping out, not Kirito, to break your hearts.
Well, I'm glad it's not.
Yeah, fuck Kirito.
I only want it because I know Norvin hates him so much. For good reason. But you know me.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. As he's stepping out, you can kind of hear him from across the way. It's a fairly small inn. Just, all right, here's the dusts for our upcoming briefing. Go ahead and read over these ahead of time before the next meeting, and we'll discuss specific action plans on dealing with the supernatural threat then. We'll reconvene next week at the same time. And then he glances up and sees Silver. Gives you a little nod there. And then finishes his statement. And with that, that should conclude all of the notes that we have to go over. And they give a nod, a little fist over their heart salute, and down at ease, and he strides over to your all's table. Well, it's good to see you've made it.
Long time no see. Where's my paycheck?
One moment. He's going to go walk straight back into the room he came out of and come back with a tiny little coin purse. There you are. I almost forgot.
How you doing, Dad?
Doing very well. I can tell you've been doing well for yourself. A new ship and all. I'm excited to see it.
I see where you get your talkativeness from.
And your hair color.
He just looks at both of you.
I didn't realize that was natural.
Greetings.
Howdy.
Greetings.
Is this typically the part where introductions are made?
He's the slowest blink.
Yeah. This is my father, Mr. Edgelord himself. I forgot
Mr.
his name.
Edgelord?
Yes.
You hear a deep,
Family joke.
You hear a deep sigh from his father. Just,
You can tell when the first thing he said to him is, "Where's my paycheck?" that they had this kind of relationship.
Hey, I got preoccupied with my thing as I kind of side glance the mother in the room.
Hey, you will notice the mother is over
Definitely
there
needed
rifling through a crate.
the paycheck for this.
Your mother is rifling through a crate at the moment. You would know that this is a crate full of books and paperwork and memorabilia. You have a very strong feeling what's coming next.
Starts sweating.
It's Photo album time.
So, what was his name?
John.
Wow.
Hey.
Generic as hell, I understand.
It is me.
Nice.
I'm John.
Nice to meet you,
And-
John.
I welcome you to our home. I will see about getting some room set aside for you all. Your room is still as it was, Caleb.
I mean, he's okay calling me Silver. It's
God
just a
damn it.
mother thing.
I can't win!
No, you can't.
Your room will be ready, son. There you go.
Boy.
Oh, my.
Boy.
You're not ready.
Nice to meet you,
So,
John.
do we call you Mr. Edgelord?
Please do not.
All right, Mr. Edgelord.
Why? You don't even get the joke.
Because it makes me smile.
You're exhausting. I'm going to go take a nap. And he turns, swivels 180, and walks straight back into his room.
He seems like a nice fella.
And then Fiona appears. I
Yeah.
found it! Boom! This thick leather-bound book slammed onto the table. A good 15 pounds of just photo album as she curls her fingers around the
knew it.
cover. Boom! And opens it up. Oh, I haven't had the opportunity to do this in a while. You know, you can only show the same baby photos to the same people in town so many times before they're sick of it. Now I have new people to show. How cute! And she goes to pinch your cheeks over. How adorable this one was. And is. Pinches the other cheek with the other hand. Let's go. Now, here's a very first one. You see there's like 10 little pictures on a page, and there's like probably at least 80 pages here, if not more. And she shows you like newborn photos, like all the way at the beginning. How does the party respond? This feels like.
Damn it.
Would you like me to roll initiative, Silver?
I shall just put my head on top of the table while still taking the sips of soup.
You all look at, as you would expect, embarrassing baby photos aplenty. There's occasionally a few cute ones, but there's so many more of just like, just embarrassing. You see ones where baby Silver's gotten into like the pantry and now he's covered in flour, or baby Silver is like ran out of the bath and now he's just being caught running around in the inn and they've had to wrangle him. And then, yeah, some of them you see this a figure that doesn't quite look like Fiona. A female figure with these like goggles and like worker gears. In one of them, you see her holding up baby Silver by his ankle, upside down, with a somewhat tired, somewhat smirking look on her face as she's like dragging the giggling child back, like through the air towards out of the mud, back to the house to go clean up. You all have not seen this person yet.
Katira will point. Is that your aunt?
Yep, that's my Aunt Apple.
Ample?
Apple.
Interesting name.
Yes, that's John's sister.
Gave it
She's
her-
a treat.
Gave it herself.
Have you gone to see
Huh.
her yet, dear?
Not yet. We decided to go here first, then go off to see her.
Oh, I
I'll
know
make
she's-
sure. How long has she been working right now?
Today... She's been working on that ship for a couple days now, so...
Hasn't come back for a meal.
I send some up every now and then. I don't know if she eats them. But they get sent.
Hyperactive mode. Have to go ring the thing, the customer bell.
But anyway, you can see here, she just goes right back. You just... If you will let her, she will go all the way up until, like, 2 weeks before he left here.
I'm going to need copies of all of these.
You have keen mind and prestidigitation.
The true use of keen mind.
You have keen mind and prestidigitation. You're able to scan them.
Great, he has blackmail on me.
As she's turning over the page, it's just Xerox scan, Xerox scan, Xerox scan. And you have memorized his embarrassing baby album.
Just point at a cow and a stack of trees and just fabricate a new book.
You have to kill the cow first. God, that's a horrid image. Like, I've got an idea. Just pointing at a cow and then an embarrassing baby photo album appears. Ugh. But, yeah, after like an hour and a half, she closes the back of the book and goes,
That wasn't a horrible image I thought you were gonna go with.
What?
I was gonna go with you pointing the cow in the trees. And the trees disassemble into books and the skin rips off the cow to form the cover.
Yeah, you did say it was leather bound.
I
I
did.
knew what you meant when you said it.
But after everybody's pretty much left the inn, the heart's getting a little low as she finishes up with the book. She goes and sets it down. You all are probably even a little bit tired at this point of looking at baby photos. When she goes, you see there's a second book in the crate as she's walking towards it. Now is your
Oh,
chance
yeah.
to escape, Silver.
Shall we go?
Well,
But she has another book.
monster.
It would be impolite to
Where?
leave when he has another book.
She's withdrawing the second book.
True.
I mean, if you guys want to go, I can just stay put.
I lean in. Do you really want to be here for a warlock alongside the warlock hunter?
Oh. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yes, we should probably get going then.
Oh.
Feel like it's
Quite possibly the meanest thing Silver has ever done.
Oh, hold on.
Bad respect.
So Carrie takes the second book, gives it a quick flip through to every page, and then puts it back down. All right, I'm ready.
Oh yay!
On the way there, every now and then, Zakir will just chuckle as he flips through a new image in his mind.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Cosmic powers.
Well, I'll be sure to show you the rest of the book when you all come back. And I'll be sure to have your rooms ready. How many do you need?
Let's see. One
Four.
room for the 3 girls, I'm thinking. Unless it's just you 2.
That is up to them.
If she has room for all of us, I wouldn't mind having a room alone with Morgana, but if not, Katira is more than welcome.
We only have about 6 rooms in total. So,
Then
my-
Katira is staying with us. One room for the girls.
your mother and Dariel stands up. And I'll help you finish cleaning up around here while they go visit his aunt. Alright, dear.
Stay
you
within
sure-
range of the music box, Mom.
Is that where that sound's coming from? Yes, it is. And I will do. Your mother gives you a kiss on the head, and Ariel. She gives you a bit of a smirk. She goes, I don't have to tell you all about the stories I have of Yup Baby and Daryl in exchange.
It was a troublemaker.
Extremely. I had to buy new things all the time.
I wonder
You're
what
a
happens
menace.
if you bring that music box into a zone of silence.
We're not going to find out.
And you all are able to depart as NPC moms are closing down the night.
Well, our moms are doing well with each other.
Yay.
Now, proper into the evening, you all step out into the... Oh.
Kay just sips from like a thermos of tea. Has so this is the mystical upside of being an orphan.
Guess he's not a big fan of this kind of family.
Apparently not.
It's a bit
Yeah.
too weird.
Don't worry, Karen. You're not the only one here who doesn't know who their progenitors are.
Fair enough.
As you all step out into the cool night air, there's a chill breeze that blows over you. A little bit of snowfall is starting to break out. Just dusting the street at the moment. And you all are able to make your way all the way up to Aunt Apple's compound. And they boot the music out. Its vibe at her place is very different. Ugh.
The fuck was that?
Disturbed.
Let the bodies hit
Oh,
the floor.
right.
Don't listen to just Irish folk music.
You don't?
Could have fooled me.
Get his ass. Get his ass.
Took me a minute to recognize it.
Shane, may I request help? Cool. Appreciate it. Anyway.
What are
You
bitching
ask me
about?
for music and expect me to just have it on hand, asshole?
Dude, just play heavy metal every time.
I said
What kind of
originally-
music you want?
I was asking for help originally. You said nothing. I was like, all right, fuck me.
I gotta open it. What have I denied? What have I said? No, fuck you.
I mean, out of this particular context, to me, all the time.
About music.
Okay, that's a bit rare.
Yeah?
What
What kind of music do you want, buddy?
Upbeat workshop. Is
What
that
did
enough?
someone
for
Upbeat
one?
workshop.
Just
Okay.
pull up the Steam
Yes,
list, brother.
that's enough. I'll find something.
I appreciate you.
For some reason, I just thinking Home Depot.
Just the Home Depot theme on loop.
I mean, I was
No.
gonna pull Chop Shop.
You all make your way up to the compound. You step up and immediately, as soon as you like cross an invisible fence, you see two like of those heavy-duty thick robots. Boom, boom. Step out. Halt. You're trespassing on private property. And then they eye up Silver. The red in the eyes immediately goes away. Apologies. Please. Come on through.
Long time no see. As I pat the metal.
Dum,
With-
dum.
Yep, double dongs.
Double dogs, you say?
Your aunt
Not like
waits
that.
to see you. As it goes back to sitting in like a little stone stool by the door, like the entrance. And you see, working well into the night, your aunt is now like upside down on the underbelly of the ship, doing work. And you all can hear some fairly loud cursing.
Yes.
A shower of sparks.
She's decent at the very least, right?
She's great. This ship is just thoroughly fucked. This thing would be the equivalent of totaled, and she looks like she's trying to restore it. But from what you all seen when you first came here to now, she looks like she's got some pretty good progress on it.
Ma'am, I think it's broken.
She immediately slides out of the
Yeah, I would
Scaffolding.
probably go in close and. What would it be to look at what's happening?
Either investigation or engineering.
Investigation or engineering? Engineering.
She is currently working on the main power supply. Looks like there was a feedback loop to the engines that caused them to have a chain reaction meltdown, destroying the engine and the main power feed and likely the reactor. And then that kind of explosion seemed to have blown up most of the delicate apparatus around it. And she's currently trying to redo some circuitry to make her life easier down the line when she's replacing the fuel line.
Oof, that is one nasty piece of work. What
That-
did they do? Did they slam this thing into a mountain?
No, they crash landed after overheating their ship. And okay, thank you, Zunkiri. I don't know mechanics, okay? It should hurt.
Yep.
Well, they overclocked their system without properly compensating for the increased heat, and then they blew up. I mean, they mostly survived, but I mean,
I was
this
about
ship.
to ask if the ship was for sale when it was fixed.
Oh no, I mean
At least
yes,
this one
but-
flies.
I mean yes, but you probably couldn't afford it.
You'd be surprised at how rich we are.
Her eyebrow immediately raises, and she lifts the goggles to look you up and down. Well, hello, and she sits upright. Oh, by
Oh,
the
that
way,
seemed to have got your attention.
she sweeps your ankle, Silver, to have you sit down next to her on the bench, and puts her arm over you for a hug. It's good to see you again. Don't think I didn't notice you walking in.
Yeah. Long time no see, Aunt Apple.
She gives you a bit of a noogie in your hair.
You're not like your brother, are you?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, you seem to have a personality.
Some of us are so blessed. She gives a little smirk. So you were talking about that you had some money that you needed to liberate. She gets up and walks over to you and Daryl.
Oh, I'm not the royal treasurer. Points at Zankuri. He is.
Oh, fuck you. I heard you have some... Goes over to Zunkiri. I heard you have some money you're looking to liberate.
Oh, I enjoyed liberating quite a few things.
Oh? Eyebrow
Yes.
raised in a smirk. Interesting.
Also, I do have money, and I was wondering if this is repairable. And she will pull out her broken prosthetic arm.
Sure, I'll take a look for my consultation fee.
Which is?
I'll let you know after I get done. I'll have to render the services before I get an accurate price.
No, consultation fees are usually given an upfront price.
That's
Or a quote.
it's interesting. Depends on how in depth this is going to take. How much?
Shows her the arm. How much?
Yeah, roll real quick.
This is the arm we got from within the lab.
Gotcha. What's your wisdom score?
Andy's?
Yeah.
Not good. It's a solid 10.
Cool. Yeah, I could put this back together. Give me about 10 gold and an evening.
Oh,
Wow.
gives it to her. Gives her 10 gold.
Is it? I know my aunt. Would I incite that?
Go ahead.
With-
And
He's going to inside it as well.
as a hardline wisdom user, I would like to.
Give me insight
as
at
well.
advantage, Silver.
Yay. 21.
She fucking ripped his ass off.
Her.
Sorry.
Her.
Your aunt has ripped Andariel's ass off. You're looking at it and you're assessing this thing's worth maybe like 5 silver pieces.
I never hit enter on that thing I was saying. It was funny.
She got fucking marked up. Well, she'll probably get something decent back. You do know your aunt is liable to put some additions in these sorts of things. Little.
It's 10 gold. It's not that important. I've got 3,100 gold on me plus 1,100 platinum stored away.
Quick
As I said,
question,
we're
Captain.
fucking rich.
Do you want like upbeat whimsical or just upbeat steampunkish?
Upbeat steampunkish.
Okay. And I will play it for you.
You've got 1,100 platinum stored away?
Yeah.
I have 1,000 in my hands.
Same.
And Daryl's saving up to build a robot. Specifically a what
Shield
were they
Guardian.
called? Shield Guardian.
Yep.
We
But
have like 10 already robots.
as you give her the
I
arm,
can hand you one of them.
Aunt Apple here focuses back on Zunkir. So I heard you were in the market for a ship. Let's discuss. And she will place her hand around you and try and walk you away from the group.
And
What? I'm just having a little business conversation. Don't worry. You see this ever so subtlest turn of a smirk at the corner of her lips.
Father has no personality and is a con man. Okay.
Oh, don't worry. Aunt Apple is about to meet her maker.
Oh?
I mean, match.
Huh?
Said Aunt Apple's about to meet her maker, and then I didn't understand the next part.
I said, I mean, match.
Oh.
That was the joke.
Oh.
Because they're the same thing.
Yeah. As you kind of to her Silver, she goes, fine. What did you come here to discuss, though? Because, I doubt you'd come back to Podomsville just to hang out.
We have a ship that is actually incapable of flying at the moment.
It's got the systems for it. They're just rusted out and busted.
Oh.
Yeah,
And where is this ship?
over
we
at
beached it for some unknown reason.
because we can't get it over here.
Yeah,
thought
but we didn't
beaching it
need
was
to
a meme.
beach it. We could have
Age
moored
makes
it out
no.
in the ocean and then
Ocean
No.
can be a little
I mean,
dangerous around here.
it's
Probably
still
best to
in
keep it close
the-
to shore.
I mean, it is near shore, but it's not like it's not fully beached.
No, Connor said we beached the fuck out of it.
Yep, the whole thing's flipped over on the beach now, Northern. Not a single drop of water touches the hull. Is that good?
Wait, how did that happen?
Nothing. It didn't
Being
happen.
an ass.
Ah,
Somebody's being pedantic, and we'll just let it go. I'm aware of the irony. You don't have to say it.
So yeah, we need that fixed.
Show it to me.
well,
Silver, you can very
guess-
clearly see the fire starting to light in her eyes.
okay, let's get over.
Look, I'm listening to fucking Mulan soundtrack with this thing.
Play Nomagramon music, dude.
I'm actually gonna have a
I mean,
stinger quick.
Nomergon?
Yeah, Nomergon.
As you all are headed back towards the Asmodean,
Nomergon's music's ass.
as you all are headed back to the Asmodean, we're gonna take a quick little 15-minute break, and we're gonna come back here after.
Right.
Thumbs
And
up.
see you all soon.
Yep.
Welcome back. So, as you all descend from Aunt Apple's workshop, you make your way back down to the shore. Excuse me. And show her the Asmodean. You call off the guards as she steps aboard, and immediately she looks and goes, "Oh, it's very quaint." You drop the gangplank and sorry, and step aboard. She then kind of takes an examination of the above board. I've seen worse weapons. Scrapes her foot along the top. Your deck's a little bit scuffed. Walks up to your helm. Outdated console. Very old OS.
Wait until you see the engine.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, that's a train wreck.
Goes into the captain's quarters up top. I'm not even unpacking what's in here. Goes up to the navigator's deck. Manual! Oh! How have you gotten anywhere?
I'm a good captain.
The captain doesn't
Technically.
navigate. Okay, I'm gonna...
I'm a very good navigator.
Dear, I hope so.
We summoned a dune stag to help.
Yeah,
They were also very, very helpful.
Better than the pirate that ran us into an
Significant.
iceberg.
And rocks.
We're gonna unpack that eventually. And she goes below deck. Alright, it's just... Oh, I hear flames. I'm assuming that's the engine. I hope it's supposed to be on fire.
Yes, it is. It's
Yep.
a
You
unique engine.
As she opens the door, she goes, "Oh dear lord."
I love it when they say that.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's probably gonna have a field day with
Now,
that.
when you will look at her face, it's not a horrified, "Oh dear lord." It's the, like, flames in her eyes, ear-to-ear grin of excitement that you've seen previously, mostly in Zonkiri. He's found a new puzzle.
Can I keep this one?
She's like Dr. House.
She's like entrapped up.
She's like
Yeah.
a fun NPC. She continues to move on, and she starts kind of murmuring to herself that, okay, blessed paladin spear, that's okay. Well, the lining on these pipes is shot, and we faint here, and then and she just kind of is moving all about the cabin, like pushing past you all, like she's zoned in and out that she like almost throw. I'm gonna roll a die. That's it. 1, 2, 3. There's 6 of you. Valkyrie, she like brushes past you hard and almost knocks you over. Just...
Well,
You would be within your rights to just lean back and like, excuse me? But she just powers through and is continuing to examine and work.
She gets heavily focused when something like this shows up.
Through to here, and then the exhaust here, and then...
Oh, don't worry. I've seen this before.
Everyone waits for the punchline.
Oh, no punchline. He was being honest.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Connor,
we're
if you,
not surprised.
if you remember, do you remember the thing I sent you about all of his apprentices had in common?
Yeah.
He had all of the apprentices?
This.
So, about a half hour later, she's come up with a list, a very long list of issues. She goes, well, good news and bad news. Good news, you have an amazing mechanic here who knows how to fix these. and any skyship. Unfortunately, it's going to be 1, expensive, and 2, require a part I don't have.
And that part would be.
Difficult to find.
Hard, they
You have,
always.
you have something for me to write on? Fuck it. I'll just. So there's these parts. They come from. They're based on infernal engines. You need one in your system to help convert the flames that you're
Infernal
spitting out aren't enough to actually lift your ships. You need an amplifier to change it and convert the energy to be more of like instead of just spitting flames, have a bit of a spread wave of energy underneath you to lift and move you. Unfortunately, I can't make them, and they're almost exclusively found in the Abyss.
That does pose a bit of a problem.
Oh, is that all?
Well, they're also fairly rare. The way to make them is a very closely guarded secret, and you usually have to win or buy one from merchants down there, and they've been known to haggle. Although, there may be... I need to check something on my calendar. There might be some... You may be in luck. Maybe a hell race coming up. And she just kind of disembarks from the ship and starts walking back. What do you do, party?
Hell what?
She's gone. She's in the tree line.
No, she said that looking at Silver.
Silver, give me a history check.
Yay. History. Boom.
So, you've heard about the hell race from your aunt before. Mainly that you weren't allowed to participate. It's a series of races that happen around a certain part in the Abyss, where they have a little race tournament over a track of dangerous obstacles, and the winner usually gets a prize. And you're piecing it together now that this is likely one of those infernal cores she was talking about is going to be a part of the prize. As a kid, you, correct me if I'm wrong, you would probably think it's pretty cool there's a bunch of demons racing around in this blood and gore, like, Mad Max race. No? Yes?
I don't think my dad would have allowed that.
Do you think your aunt would have asked your father?
I think we got our answer with that one.
So,
So, she may not have taken you to one, I'll let you decide that. But you've definitely heard of them, because she may have had papers about them out on her desk, and you looked and said, "Hey, what's this?"
most likely.
But, definitely an interesting thing. You don't really know the specifics of them, other than it's a race that takes place in the Abyss, and, usually a high casualty rate for the fiends participating. So, I'm assuming you will go back to talk to her?
Guess so, unless I'll just say at least she didn't open the skeletons in the closet.
Open the what?
She actively disregarded the skeletons because they were not machinery. Just move. Like, just another body.
That's good.
Yeah.
You don't know if she even would care, or if she just straight up didn't notice that was not a whole nother person, because she was so locked in. But you will eventually meet back up with her, and she's got, like, a poster out and a calendar. She's like, it looks like it's... Oh god, Abyssal Time converted to here.
The D&D movie is official.
Mm-hmm. How is the D&D movie official?
Good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. she takes out a device and like starts counting on her fingers, converting from abyssal time to here. She goes, you should be able to get there. It's somewhere between 4 and 5 days from now. It should be the kickoff. Well, they'll probably close registration soon. How do we get there? When would they race? And you see she's starting to... You can see these spinning wheels in her head as she's formulating a plan for you unless you stop her.
Is anyone going to be stopping her?
Did
No.
we stop her?
It's your arc, brother.
No, I'm still waiting to be given that quest.
So what
Stairs.
is going through those gears in your head?
Oh, sorry, I forgot you all were here. So, this part, as part of the winning of the Hell Race, you get the trophy, and then you get one of these cores to augment your ride to come back next year. Now,
Is it a requirement to come back next year?
no, you don't have to. I mean, a lot of people usually die before the next race comes around, so... But, if you could get in there and you could win, you could get a hold of this piece, and I could easily amp up your ship, and might even be able to reroute some of that energy that comes off that heart into some other systems, perhaps your weapons, or... I'll have to see, I'll have to play with it and see just how quality machine parts I can get a hold of are. But if you could alternatively just go and try and buy a core off somebody. I wouldn't recommend stealing one. It's... Usually these things have to be... They come in an untampered form, and then you integrate them into your system, and then they can't really be uninstalled, or... Well, they can't be put into anything else. They're kind of molded to what they are used on. But you might be able to find a merchant of some sort. Oh shoot, but you'd have to be able to get to that base. Well, I do need to take it out on the ride. Then you need something.
You mind vocalizing a little bit louder? We do have a fairly resourceful man with us.
I have my ship that I've been meaning to take out, just to keep things fresh and not let it idle for too long. But I could get you there and back if I had to, but how would you? You'd have to build a vehicle to participate. I don't have anything of that kind, but I think I know a guy who owns a scrapyard in there. Might be able to put you in contact. You said how resourceful are we talking here? Like,
Extremely.
okay, so scrapyard is probably usable.
Most likely, yes.
More used to boneyards, but they're dead either way, so...
Listen, if you can turn bones into a living, moving vehicle, by all means.
Great.
There's really no restrictions on the vehicles you can have in the race. As long as it fits on the track,
That.
they have very little rules other than you have to make it around and go through all the checkpoints. You can straight up murder the other participants. But I'll warn you, there's a lot of them.
Alright.
Let me check something real quick. She goes inside. You peer through the window and you see she pulls up a little computer, a little hologram projection. She wires in and starts sending to somebody. She comes back out. So, I talked to my guy. He says he'd be willing to let you all skim some scrap off of him in exchange for some cash, but you said you're pretty loaded, so I'm sure you can handle it.
All right.
Fair
And you said
enough.
this hell race takes place in the abyss.
Yes. Oh, you probably need a way to get there, don't you?
You're taking us.
She pauses for a second. I guess I am. Well, I suppose that all depends. She kind of snaps out of the, like, fixated engineer bit for a moment. Well, I guess that all depends on, like, you know, if I'm hired to do a job or not.
Who else is going to fix the ship?
Depends on if you can afford my rates.
Go on, name your price.
Any family discount?
Give me a persuasion check.
Damn, man.
boy.
Just hardcore.
Oh, great. My best stat.
We
Worry
respect the
not,
bitch.
my friend.
Oh?
I shall use a charisma check card because I'm not going to be using it.
An 18?
18. With a flash of genius.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was giving you a second. So, pushing you above 20, she goes, I can knock it down a little bit. It is an interesting build. I'll have you help me with it, though.
Oh, fun. I get to tinker. I also get that burning in my eyes, similar to hers.
I could take you all to the abyss in my spell ship. It would let me, and you need to be. I have had it in the house in the storage for a minute. What am I gonna do while you all race? And you all with insight will clock that she has an idea and goes, "All right, I'm in. I'll give you a bill after I order all the parts I need for you all." When do you want to send? When are you wanting to head out?
When is the race?
4 or 5 days.
How long will it take us to get there?
About an hour.
Would it not be important to discern if it's 4 or 5?
Converting from like outer plane times to material times is tricky. There's a whole table you have to consult on like which phase the moons are in and like the gravitational way. It's 4 or 5.
Well, I don't see any reason not to go ahead and pack up our things and go.
I am gonna want a night to get some things in order.
Yes, and we should probably go tell the parents that we're going to be leaving for a few days.
Yeah.
You have fun with that. Tell Edgelord
Are
I
we
said
going
that.
to include the part where we're going to the abyss?
I wouldn't.
Probably not. My mom would probably get a heart attack.
I'm honest. Honestly, I don't want to tell my mom that I'm going to the abyss either.
Understood.
How many moms are
But
with
not
you?
wanting to.
And she squints at you all.
There's 2 of them.
Hers and mine.
Okay.
Hopefully.
2.5.
Hopefully
Morgana
my mom
pinked her
didn't
chest.
adopt. Hopefully my mom's not. Hopefully my mom's not gonna adopt her like she did you. Okay, I'm making a little snark with Apple.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't hear you. I thought you were talking to a player character. What'd you
No,
say?
I said, hopefully my mom's not adopting Andariel's mom like she did with you.
Best of luck getting away if she does. Oh, also that reminds me. Takes out a large burlap sack full of dirty plates. You may want to bring this back to her.
Fair enough. I grab it and take it on along the way.
And I've got some people to get in contact with. Silver, actually, can you come help me with it? I've got a fritz in one of my systems. I need 2 hands. Or 2 sets of hands.
Do you want the plates over there or not?
Alright, smartass. Take it after I call for your help. Yeah, give it to your friends or whatever they are, your crew. They can carry town.
What are you doing?
That's a very deep
friend?
question there.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll hand it to Morgana.
And she
Morgana
will
will take whatever it is.
kind of wave to the rest of you all. Alright, you all can head on. I'll send Silver down here in a minute. I just need some assistance. I'm assuming you'll leave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. What did you hand me, by the way?
A bag of dirty plates
And I'm supposed to take them somewhere?
to his mother.
Yeah.
I see. Are we waiting for you, or are we going without you?
We're going without him.
Okay.
Go on without me.
So, your aunt will pull you inside and sit you down at a table as she sits. It is a busted piece of circuitry. She goes, "Here, work on this while we talk." As the rest of your friends leave the gate and the automatons push the sliding gate closed behind them.
Yep. Okay. Am I rolling engineering?
You don't even need to. This is more of a narrative thing. She just gives it to you to keep your hands busy, in the same way she's using them to keep her hands busy. I
Yep.
just wanted to check in on you. Tell me about where you've been, how you've been doing. I heard news from your dad that you were caught up in some sin fiend business.
Oh yeah. It was supposed to be an easy job, they said. Just a little bit of scouting, they said. Next thing I know, I was inside getting sacrificed.
I'm glad you got better.
Yeah. Met most of the crew there.
Now, you were living on Ji'Keth at the moment, right? Moonwatch?
Yeah, outside. They flooded our house.
Which I was gonna ask about. Word just got here, a few weeks ago, about what happened there, and your father's a little bit antsy. And a lot of the Order are. In fact, not just the Order, but a lot of places are pretty uneasy about what's been going on there.
Yeah. I bet. Isolating the city like that.
No, it's not that they're being isolated. It's that they're not going to stay isolated. People have done some digging, and the governess there has not exactly been humble in bragging about where she's getting this power. And it's some pretty old, pretty dark stuff.
Oh, how dark.
Well, and she reaches over, and as you see, you're putting together what looks to turn the thing you're putting back together just looks to be like a broken like data reader. Is she like takes her hands and closes the last parts. She takes a little like flash drive equivalent and plugs it in. And you see a little hologram of a book. The stuff she's playing with is costly. The history on it's a bit sparse, but the Order has access to some libraries that I copied notes off of from your father without him knowing. They have
Like
some...
always.
Well, obviously, he's not going to make any use of it. But there is some concerning stories about them. You know all those old stories and myths and legends of ye old magic and these cursed those and those. The really dark, twisted fairy tales. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, most of them.
A lot
You
of those
guys,
have some
he
roots to
does like those fairy tales to tell me.
A lot
Sorry.
of those... No, you're good. A lot of those have those ties to this magic. And she like flips through in the little cube she's showing you and pulls up like the image of you see a figure there with like this. They almost look like half petrified. Like their left arm all the way up over their chest and their left leg is all stone. There's like these rioting green runes down it. And as they're like lifting their hand up, and you just see like a mountain being liberated from the earth. This kind of power shouldn't be wielded by a single person, especially not one who we don't really trust. We don't know much of the explicit spells and rituals that they can do, but they can break the rules of magic that we're comfortable with. I mean, I'm all well and good for doing what you want, but this is... You see she flips over and you see there's like an image of you see a person with these like blood spikes. These just like almost like hedgehog quills running down their back. It's like dripping red. And like you see people skewered on these larger spikes and just red viscera flowing into this person's like mouth. They can feed on, enslave, corrupt, warp. There's no stopping people from doing what they want right now. Normally, it doesn't interact well with regular types of magic, but for somehow, your governess is over there with the regular weave in addition to this. And it's worrying what an ambitious archmage might do once she feels like she has the power to sculpt the world in her hand.
Yeah. Pretty some scary stuff. So, what's the plans going to be about that?
There are whispers about preemptive wars with Ji'Keth. If they try to extend beyond their borders, or strategic assassinations. Not good talks. Not ones that I'm particularly fond of being a part of, which is why I've kept myself out of it, but you are going to be caught in the crossfire of having to pick a side. And I wanted to give you a preface before your father inevitably talks to you and tries to convince you to join his side. You don't owe him anything. You don't owe that governess anything. Don't get caught up in somebody else's war that you have no stake in.
Easy enough. Easier said than done. But don't plan to be in war with them. Unless Sankiri really wants to go into it. Can't stop that guy. Not yet, anyways.
Hmm.
And pretty much he's the one stirring the boat wherever he wants.
Hmm. Just be safe, and if you need help, I know you can be proud, but ask me for help if you need it. I know I'm pretty carefree a lot of the time, but I'm a little nervous about the way things are going in the world right now.
Thanks. Charged free, right? Trying to
Well, let's not
lighten
get
the
carried
move.
away. She smirks. Yes, charge free. Well, your friends are gonna wonder if you're staying here much longer.
Right.
Here. There should be a way for you to put this into your ship. This is about everything I was able to skim off of libraries from the capital.
Thanks. And how much is the down payment?
I haven't even started
For-
putting together the list for that. The parts. You're gonna have to see me tomorrow.
Right. I will put down at least 200 platinum on the table.
She'll scoop it off and into a bag. I'll consider it as part of it.
No, that part is just for being family.
Whatever happened to that family discount?
Hey, you cut off somewhere.
I knew I taught you well. Well, I have hit a wall, and I think I'm about to... And she goes face down on the table. Just... snoring.
Yep. Expecting that.
Iconic.
I'll
then-
just grab the nearest blanket or whatever she uses as a blanket and put it over her.
You do so.
And walk back to the inn.
You do so. Now, you all are getting there in the middle of the night. Is there anything anybody wants to do before we wrap up for tonight?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not really. Don't have much to do here.
Nope.
Nope.
So,
It's a quiet town.
alright. So, as you all bed down for the night, filled with dreams of what the Hell Race could be, we will pick up there next week. As you all head back to Aunt Apple's and embark on a journey into the abyss. See you all then.
Bada bing.